Okay. Getting relaxed. Got my feet up. Turn everything on Do Not Disturb.
Well, I have to keep mine on in case one of my patients calls.
I see. Don't you just do lip filler?
It's ICU. You forgot the last letter.
Again, lip filler? Isn't that it?
Yeah.
You're just real bad at it.
In cute uppers.
Yeah, all right. Whenever
Yes,
you're
and.
ready, brother.
Yes, and I'm ready to do a comedy show. All right, let's get started. What do I say? Okay. Hi, I'm Drew. I'm a drag queen living in LA with my husband Curtis and my adorable, sweet, precious dog JB.
And I'm Grant, and I'm a former pastor. I live with my wife, my 4 kids, whatever, but that doesn't matter because
No, it doesn't.
I used to live in Florida at the time of recording, but I'm about to be living in New York. Hey,
New York!
I'm
It's
recording
New
a
York
podcast
week.
here.
It's New York week. We have
Pizza.
just like the Twin Towers.
Hot dog. Oh,
We're gonna
we can't.
fall for New York.
Oh, we can't start there.
Enjoy the
Hot
episode.
dogs on the street.
Bodega cat.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Hi, forget about it. I'm Drew and I'm gay.
And I'm Grant and I'm walking here. And I like the ladies. I like them to be heavy.
It's New York week over here, Twinnuendo.
It's New York week.
We got 2 boys talking about the 2 towers. Oh, wait, they don't exist.
No,
it's been
okay,
a while
hang on. Let's
since I've
start
been to
over.
New
It's been a
York.
minute since we've been there. We got the
We got people here.
Sesame Street people, Times
Can I
Square.
tell you a funny story? Can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
So we're flying at time of filming and probably release. We're flying to New York tomorrow. Alexis was saying that she has some family that live in upstate New York that we're going to drive down for the
Oh.
show. And she was told by one of her family members that their boyfriend or husband, I can't remember, but he's very, it's not funny. It's sad. He's
Oh, no.
very sensitive about 9/11 and
Okay. Why?
asked if we would make 9/11 jokes, like to avoid 9/11 jokes. I think like he lost someone in one of the things. I don't know if it was a building or a plane or a field.
Hey,
But it
if
was one
Pete
of those.
Davidson can do it, come on. He lost his papa.
In Seattle, Hot Grant, not you Grant, but Hot Grant that brought me Metamucil, he stood up and was
Less
like, my
Hot
dad
Grant.
died in 9/11. I was like, no, Grant, that Grant is so hot. I'm so sorry. You're
He
wrong.
did let me know when I said, "Oh, you were the one your dad died 9/11," and he put his hand on my shoulder and he goes, "Yeah, it's okay though." Like he
Yeah,
immediately
he's
started
getting over
comforting
it.
me, and I was like, "Oh,
That's
I wasn't
part
even
of his grieving
upset,
process.
but now
That's
I
part of
am."
his grieving process.
He's a
Anyway,
good man.
So Alexis goes, okay, so I can't guarantee that Darby doing a show in New York will not elicit a 9/11 response.
Yeah,
Actually, she will probably talk about it at every live show. So
Yeah.
they're thinking over whether or not they should come to the show or not. And I was like, listen, Alexis, I'm serious.
my God,
I can promise not to, and I will. I will. So
you will promise not to.
I can promise not to, but I will do it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Like,
Yeah,
because
I
I
thought
feel
that's what
like
you were
once
saying.
he hears the hilarious spin I put on 9/11 jokes,
Right.
I think he would be okay with it. But the idea of it is scary, and I get
And
that.
so would his loved one probably. But what you can guarantee is you will mention the Space Needle a lot less in the New York show as opposed to the
Don't
Seattle
think I'll
show.
talk about this Space Needle as much as I brought up in Seattle. But again, I don't want to limit
You
myself.
may ask.
That's
You
the
may
beauty
ask.
of New York. You never know what walk of life
Who's
you're gonna come
walking
across.
here? You never
Exactly. You never know
know.
who's walking here. Bada bing, bada boom.
Speaking of New York, New York's filled with talent, and you know who else is filled with talent? The Nixon family. And I just want to brag on my daughter who went to a theatrical competition this week and
Yes.
won Best in Show for her monologue, and she's going to state. So
She did
you
a
know.
monologue from The Crucible. How old is she?
she's getting up there. I don't know, older than 10, less than
12?
15. She's 13.
13, The
You
Crucible,
didn't
my
know.
favorite show at 13, for sure.
Oh, she's
Love it.
yeah. There's a part of her old church trauma that just really speaks to
She
that,
can't escape. Yeah.
and
And
it
I
just
bet she's not even aware of it.
came
But
from
that's
a real
beautiful.
place, a real place.
Well,
So good.
congratulations, Pipes. That's so exciting.
So can I tell you that we went to a showcase for her just a couple of days before she did the competition, so that so all the parents could see it without having to go an hour away and watch a million kids all day long, because it lasted all day. She left at
Yeah.
7 in the morning, got home at 10 that night.
Yeah. That was like all West choir. Keep going.
All West. Didn't you get like third chair, fourth
Nope.
chair,
I got first chair.
first chair,
I got first chair alto
first chair,
as a high school boy.
first chair? All of them.
First chair.
That's what I got.
Thank
So
you.
we couldn't really hear very well. They didn't mic anybody, which was good. That was smart, because I just want to see them move. Really, I don't need to
Yeah.
hear it. I've heard them talk a lot, but Piper's doing her monologue, and at some point, she just kind of loses her spot. And I don't know how they've like been trained to do, when they get stuck out there or whatever. Most of the kids would just go, "Thank you," like this, whatever. Piper, she gets really emotional, and she's sitting in this chair, and then she stands up, and as she stands, she loses her line,
Mm,
and she just goes,
that happens to me.
"That's it."
Yeah.
We all just start clapping. And she walked out, and she was so confident. I was like, I bet that was it. I bet that
Yeah.
was
You know
it.
what? That's probably the end of the Crucible.
I don't
That's
know.
it.
And she still won Best in Show with that. So I don't think she
Okay.
did the
This
"that's
is
it"
not
line.
a
But
dig. This is not a dig at Piper, but how bad was everyone else if she just forgot and said that's it and walked off
well,
stage?
that was in the showcase. Okay, that wasn't
I
in
got
the
it. I got it. Okay. Okay.
competition. But they were pretty bad. I'll tell you, the worst part was they had an improv section,
No.
and they had two kids out there doing improv. But
Floridian Child
again,
Improv.
they weren't mic'd. So 99% of the audience couldn't hear them, so there's no laughter. No one's laughing
Yeah.
because no one can hear it.
I bet if you heard them, it would be the same amount of laughter.
I
I'm
will
gonna
say
be real.
there was one kid who was out there just Ben Schwartzing all over everybody. The other kids looked like they were moving in slow motion. This kid was kinetic energy, had it going. Their premise was, which I thought was really fun, was a magician and their assistant who keeps giving the tricks away. And so that kid became the assistant who kept giving the tricks away. And
Okay.
so like the girl wasn't the most talented improv genius, but
Mm.
what she did, she would just set up like a common trick. She's like, "Okay, now get in this box and I'm going to make you disappear." And he pretends to like come out of the side, and he like tugs on her like pant leg, and she goes, "Yes." And he goes, "Okay, so like obviously I can come out this back door, or I can go up, or whatever, but like which one did you want me to do? Like I'm not quite sure about the way
How
this
old
is
is this
going to
person?
go."
This a 12?
This kid was 11 or 12. Yeah. He was younger than
Wow.
Piper. It was so good, and no one was laughing because they couldn't hear it. But I was like right in the front row, and I would just be like, "Ha ha!" Like, I
So,
wanted him to know that was smart.
yeah. Grant, I gotta say, I don't give you enough credit for your storytelling. I really don't.
Mm, you
The
don't.
the way you were able to engage us all after telling us that you couldn't hear anything and no one laughed. And so then you decide to go in
Mm,
depth into one of
mm,
those skits where there was no laughter because no one could hear. And you
yeah.
told us the choices that these 11 and 12-year-olds
Yes.
made. I gotta say, not being connected to it at all, edge of my seat. Edge of my seat. Edge of my seat.
Drew, and that's why
Curtis peed next to Thomas Middleditch at a urinal last week.
he texted me. Thomas Middleditch, not Curtis. No,
Okay.
Curtis texted me and told me that, which I was actually really happy about because I love improv with robots.
I
Big
bet
fan.
he has a really skinny one. I know it's skinny. I can just tell.
Do you think it curves? Do you think there's a curve to it?
No, I think it's honestly too straight.
Like the needle from Game of
Hmm.
Thrones, like her.
I don't know what that is, but yes, 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 Queen. Anyway, well, I gotta admit, Grant, I thought when you said I'm gonna brag on the talented Nixon, I thought you were gonna talk about me. I thought this was like a transition into
Yeah, I figured
my
you would.
week.
Yeah.
So I wasn't prepared for that, but hey,
Mm-hmm.
pivot, yes and, yes
Pivot.
and.
Yes, and I was talking about you in a roundabout way. So
If only there was an 11 or 12-year-old nearby, I could ask them how to pivot in a
there
yes
better
and kind
not
of
be, Drew.
way.
Like legally.
Oh yeah, legally there can't be. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Because I'll kill him. Anyway, yeah, I this week Alexis
Eventually.
and I hosted this like gala fundraiser
Mm-hmm.
event in
It was
in
for ICE, right?
Hollywood, California.
You're raising money for ICE,
Yeah, they
right?
need more vans. They don't have
And
enough
masks.
vans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Vans and
masks. We gotta
masks.
hide their faces. They're doing
Mm-hmm.
such good work.
The Lord's work. He's invisible. They should be
I'm
too.
so excited about the future when ICE has finally been defeated, or we're out of this part of life, and
Uh-huh.
those people become like their names become public. I
What do you
think
think
ICE
what do you think will
agents.
happen?
I
They'll
think
lose like their
I don't think they'll get
rewards
hired
points for
anywhere.
AMC
Oh well, I guess
theaters.
they could get hired at like a church. Never mind. Okay. Anyway,
They'll be security at a
so
church.
I was doing this
You need
fundraiser
baby formula?
in
Get out of
Hollywood.
here.
Shut up. And I was hosting, and it was so fun. But Grant, let me just tell you this. I see Troy Sivan. I'm going to introduce him in a few minutes. So we're talking backstage. So Troy
Okay.
Sivan, he's the like king of twinks. Like he is the ultimate twink at this point in time in the world. In on
Yeah.
November 18th, 2025,
Let me
Troy
look him up.
Sivan
I know who he is,
is the
obviously.
twink. He has a disease, not disease. He has a condition that like grows his arms or his bones too long or something. And that's I think what gives him
What?
super twink powers. His bones are too long. Like his arm bones are too long or something. Honestly, I could ask Curtis. He knows everything about him. Anyway,
He's 30,
but
but he looks very young. This was like us at 30. No, I mean we weren't this attractive. We just looked very young at 30.
exactly. We weren't Australian and we weren't super successful. Anyway, I was excited to meet him. I literally just said, "Hey Twink," when I saw him because I thought that would be kind of funny. And then he didn't really
Oh
respond to that. And I
no.
was like, oops. But before I could say anything else, he was like, I was gagged that you were hosting. Like, I just love you too. You're always on my FYP. I just love your videos. And I was like, thank you, Troy Sivan. And
That's
then,
awesome.
well, that was awesome. But then
Oh.
Olympic medalist Tom Daly
Yep.
was
I know who that
giving
is too.
an
I'm looking him
award
up.
to his husband, Dustin Lance Black, the Oscar winning writer of the movie Milk. He won an Oscar for it.
Yes, I do know milk.
Yeah. So Tom was introducing his husband or whatever. So we introduced Tom. So Tom's backstage and we're talking, and he did the same thing, except he went deeper. Okay.
Well, he
He
used to
said,
do the high
he was
dive.
like, Dobby,
Always went deep.
I was so excited. My husband and I were so excited when we saw that you two were hosting. We couldn't believe it because you've been in bed with us. And I was like, and he said at night, he and his husband, before they go to sleep, they both get on their own TikToks and they just scroll and then show each other. And he's like, and y'all are always on our FYP. So, like, yeah, you're with us in bed every night. We love every new video. It looks even better in person.
You're in bed with that guy.
Yeah. And I was like, an Oscar winner and an Olympic medalist. All right. So I got to be honest. I rode that high. I'm still riding that high. And then at the end of the night, I went down to the table that they had given us. So like we put Studio 71 people there and Curtis and everything.
Yeah.
So I went down to talk to them. And as I'm trying to talk to someone from Studio 71, there's a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. Who is it? It's Tom Daly. And he goes, I have to tell you how good you were. You were so funny. Like we could not handle how funny you were. Like, what? Do you do
Yeah.
this? Like, have
So
you
you had
hosted
sex
this
with him and
before?
his husband
I
afterwards?
wish.
Is that where this is
No,
going?
but he's complimenting me,
Always
and I
be
was like,
closing.
so he says like all that, how great I was, and I was like, of course I
Mm-hmm.
was. And so I didn't know what to say, so I just went, thanks, Tom Daly, and we hugged, and then I moved
Give
on.
me your gold medal. Is he a
And
gold medalist?
I don't know.
Because if he's
Thanks,
not,
Tom
we don't need to talk
Daly.
about him anymore.
Anyway, I gotta say, Grant, that is the most famous I've ever felt in my life.
I went.
And John Lovett. I gave an award to John Lovett, and I told a joke that I
Love
don't
it
know
or
if he
leave it.
appreciated, but
No, about him.
well, okay, so for like, at award shows, the host will kind of roast the people who were there
Sure.
that night.
Yeah, on Comedy Central's roast of Rob Lowe and Charlie Sheen.
No, Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars.
I don't watch the Oscars. I read
Okay,
books.
well, you're straight. That's fucked. Anyway, so we came up with this thing where we had 4 honorees, and we were gonna tell like facts about them, like celebrating them. And so my fact was gonna be instead not at all related to them, or like vaguely related to them. Like one of them, he writes Troye Sivan's music
Oh,
and
okay.
RuPaul's. So
You've
it's
got
fun.
long bones, Troy.
Your bones are so long.
They're
How do
so
you
long.
buy a shirt? Anyway,
Probably not easy.
like for his, I went, Leland, I saw you 2 years ago in the Studio City Farmers Market. You were flanked by 2 twinks. I didn't say hi to you because we don't know each other. Do you remember that? Like, that's what I would do. And then Alexis would go, and he's won a Grammy, or, whatever.
Yeah.
But for John Lovitz, I said, John, thank you so much for having me and Alexis on your show. Being on Love It or Leave It was so exciting. But when we got there, we met all these celebrities. It was so fun. And then we go out on stage for the actual show, and all the celebrities are sitting together. And Alexis and I are put behind an old desk off to the side of the stage. And everyone laughed, and I went, what was that about, John? And he just went,
Oh,
but I think that's just his
no.
face. I think that's just his face.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a Grant. I felt so famous. And can I tell you the family trauma of it all? Like my entire adult life.
Dad was there?
Dad was there. Dad was absolutely there. No, oh my God, but I gotta tell you, Grant, you remember that?
Oh, no.
You remember like we'd be sick when we were kids. We'd be sick at night, and it's like 3 a.m. and the only thing that's
Watching
on is
Nick at night.
infomercials.
Yeah.
Well, remember those days? Do you remember the Wen commercials? WEN hair, and it's a gay guy with long hair and a beard, Chaz Dean. I guarantee you would recognize it. We watched those infomercials for years.
When? Okay. Chaz Dean. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
100% remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So he gave away like a gift bag with every table or whatever. He's like on the board with them or something. But we do the show or whatever. And then afterwards, he's like, oh my God, I loved you. Can I get a picture with you? And I was like, of course, Chaz Dean. And I said,
She called everyone by their full name.
yeah,
the whole
if they were
time?
famous. If
You
they were
played it cool.
famous,
Yeah.
I wanted them to know we are not alike. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I said, oh my God, because we started like putting our arms around each other for the picture. And I went, oh my God, if my mom and I were talking, she would die that I'm getting a picture with you right now. And he goes, you're not talking to your mom either? And then I felt bad that I had saddened Chaz Dean.
Did you take a picture with him? Like, do you have the picture, or is it just him?
It's just him. But I haven't looked on his Instagram to see if he posted.
Well, maybe it'll
was
be
so sweet.
published in some book about him making hairstory or something.
And Mom will see it. No, but anyway, all to say, still to this day, whenever I have what I consider to be like a successful moment in my career, a moment that growing up I couldn't even imagine that I would do, the first people I want to tell are my parents, Like, it is so dark, but it's kind of, I want to say, I know everything else about my life is really gross to you, and I know I've been a disappointment forever, but look at this one thing I did. Aren't you proud of this one thing?
Yeah.
Which I know is so fucking stupid, but every now and then it'll like, that's
I
my
would
first
like,
reaction.
here's what I'm going to do for you. In New York, I will wear polo green, and I will sit down with you after the show. We can celebrate. I'm going to put on that polo green cologne.
Oh, the cologne.
And then
Is that what it's called? Polo
I don't know.
green?
It comes in a green bottle.
Sure.
And I'm going to
Green
clear
bottle,
my
gold
throat a
horse.
lot the entire time you talk. I'd actually like for you to put your head on my chest and listen to my stomach gurgle, and I'll just go.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Thank you. That's what our dad sounds like. Honestly, he and Alexis should talk. If Alexis's existence wouldn't disgust him, they should talk.
Well, I mean, it does threaten his marriage in some way. I don't know how, but it does. It does threaten his marriage in some way
I
and
feel
his
like he threatens
masculinity.
his marriage, if we're being honest. I feel like he threatens it. Sorry,
He's
I just
going
got my
pretty
haircut
good.
today, and you know when they'll use the
Yeah.
conditioner that from the haircutty place, and it just makes your hair like. This is gonna sound weird. It's gonna make your hair
Mm-mm.
brown. My hair looks browner than normal.
Does it? Sound off in the
Yeah.
comments.
Oh, but you know what he said? He said, I was like, oh my God, I'm getting so many grays. My hair is so gray and coarse now. And he
Yeah.
said, that's really good. And I said, is it? And he said, yes, because if a hair turns gray and turns coarse, it means it's not leaving you. It's not going to fall out. But if your hair doesn't turn gray, it either gets really fine or it falls out. So he's like, the fact that you have so much gray hair means that's not going anywhere.
Which is like marriage. Like the longer you get married, if they get all of a sudden start to get real fine, they're about to leave your ass. You know what I'm saying? Let them get gray. Let them get coarse. They're settled in. They're not going anywhere. And that's the kind of top-notch jokes you can expect in New York this Friday night. Buy your tickets now.
It's Friday night. I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get laid. I'm gonna be late
Can I see
on
if our
Monday.
TikToks have aligned? Do you know the Friday crazy night? We're gonna dance, dance,
Of
dance all
course.
night.
I love him. It's Friday.
My favorite is when
crazy.
he makes those videos like in public, and he starts off real confident, and then he realizes people are walking up, and it just
Bless
kind of
his
dips
heart.
a little
But
bit.
doesn't that feel like
Friday
it makes him
crazy
relatable?
night,
I like a
we're gonna
relatable star.
dance,
I don't
dance,
like my
dance
celebrities
all
to be
night.
unapproachable.
Well, apparently you're very approachable. You've been approached a lot. While you're bragging about your most famous moments,
Grant, I worked so hard to get here. Shut the fuck up.
well, Alexis worked hard.
Did she? Did she?
You know,
Huh.
Alexis worked hard.
Did she?
But no, Drew, I'm very proud of you. Listen,
Thank
this week I had to take the boys to get haircuts. I walked into the Sport Clips I go to all the time. The lady behind the counter, she goes, "The Nixons are here." How great is that?
For kids, it's fine. But the fact that you also partake is a little upsetting.
The Nixons are here. Come on
At
back.
Sports Clips.
Well, I mean, our name, I did check in on the apps. Our name was on the screen, and there wasn't anybody else
That
in
was
there.
probably it. That was probably
But-
it. That was probably it.
But it was a good feeling for a second. Probably the
Yeah.
same as you felt meeting
Did your kids
Hairman.
go, Dad, how do they
Hairman.
know you? And
Exactly.
he's like, you're like the podcast son. Wait.
I used to, my kids did used to really get a kick out of people coming up to me in public and calling me Pastor Grant. They did they did feel a little
I think
sense
every
of
kid
pride.
does. Listen, Dad was a piece of shit at church. He was such a fucking peacock. But because he was such a peacock, like, people would, like, come up.
Yep.
Well, he wouldn't give them time to come to him. He would just, like, assault anyone nearby.
Right.
And at the time, I didn't know that was
When
rude.
you're
So I
famous,
was
they'll
like,
let you.
wow, look at that.
Look
my
at
dad.
that. Or anytime we go
that.
into a restaurant, he'd immediately start looking around to see if he knew anybody.
Yes.
And
And
you
he
would
would do
just,
that
like-
all through dinner, too. Every time
Oh, yeah,
someone
yeah.
walked through, he'd go,
And they'll just let anybody in here, won't they?
yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Ah.
Carol, I'm so sorry to hear about Phil. I have an idea. You're so good at yes and because you do comedy. You love comedy.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I do, but I don't think I'm that good at yes and. Do you get it? I knowed your yes and idea. Go
You
ahead.
know butted. You know
I know
butted.
butted. I know butted.
You know what's so strange? And people say this in the comments sometimes, but it's moments like these where I realize they're right. Where they're like, it's so weird to have watched IMHO for so long, and now I watch Twinnuendo, and Darby is the Alexis, and Grant is the Darby. And what you did just now, that's what Darby does to Alexis. She no buts. I'm the Alexis in this relationship. I also don't edit. You do all the editing and stuff, and I just show up and then I leave and I never think about it again.
And
I'm the
sometimes I do think this contributes to my stomach ulcer.
Yes. And my teeth are loose.
My teeth are
Anyway,
loose.
but okay.
Hey, close
Thought.
your lips and shake your. Can you hear them?
No. Thought. Thought.
Oh.
Thought. Okay. Why don't you? Let's do acting. Why don't you be dad and
Oh, okay.
pretend that our entire life um,
I mean, I'm getting
didn't
angry.
happen? No, I'm just kidding. Pretend that we're still talking, but well, don't pretend anything unimaginable. But I'm telling you about what I did. That I did an event in Hollywood where big celebrities
Okay, I'm on
said
Facebook.
they
Go
liked
ahead.
me.
I'm
Okay.
on Facebook.
Hey, Dad.
Making the frogs gay?
Dad.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Grant, what? Dad would say hi, son.
No, you haven't been around him in a while. Hi, son.
Oh,
Hey.
that's
Hey,
my
there's.
friendly dad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Hey,
There's my
first of
second
all,
daughter.
I
We
want
have
to.
fun.
Oh my God. I want to thank you first and foremost. I want to thank you for donating to my Pride Float fund. This year,
What?
or next year, I'm really hoping to build the largest Judy Garland, and I'm gonna ride her on down Melrose,
Do you know that
and
Judy
her
Garland,
feet will
people
be
don't
made of
know this about
dildos.
her. Did
What?
you know that she was married to
Okay, and then he talks
I
for
don't
10
know. Yeah, I
years.
don't know. Sorry.
You don't know a
On
single person she
Turner.
married? She married 5 people.
Okay.
Name one.
Relax. I'll tell you after this word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
We don't have any sponsors this week.
Fuck. She married Grace Kelly.
Correct. First lesbian marriage in Hollywood that everyone said. That's all right.
And
Okay.
Mickey Rooney.
All
Nailed
right,
it.
Dad. Back to Dad. Okay, hi.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Dad, I just hosted a gala in Hollywood, and an
Holly
Oscar
Weird.
winner.
More
An
like Holly
Oscar winner.
Weird would say that.
Yeah, he would.
Mhm.
An Oscar winner and an Olympian and
Whoa.
Grammy adjacent. I don't know if he has Grammy, but celebrity, they say they like me. And
What?
they said I did good job, Dad. And all night long, the guy from the infomercial was taking my picture. Dad,
Wow.
are you proud of me,
Son.
Dad?
Wow. Before I say yes, can I ask you one question, son? That's really impressive. Can I ask you just one question?
Of course, Daddy Boo. Of course, my little daddy stinky little daddy boy.
Thank you. That's how we always talk to each other. Do you just so I can make sure I'm proud of you?
Yeah,
You were
Papa?
you were dressed like a man, right? You're dressed like a man? What were you wearing? Dressed like a man, right? Like I used to teach you. Put on them pleated khakis, that woven belt, those suede shoes, tuck in that polo.
Mm-hmm.
No hats. No hats inside. It's disrespectful to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, boy. Never forget who you are
boy.
and
Okay.
whose you are.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It would not go well no matter what. I'm
Do you
so
remember
sorry.
when he used to say that?
Yep.
Don't forget who you are and whose you are.
Whose you are. He was talking about Jesus, not him, by the way.
Yeah,
So it's
we
clear.
weren't really
Although
sure.
he might have been talking about himself.
We are really, I mean, there are definitely moments I catch myself, usually in the front-facing camera, where I'm like, oh, fuck. Where it's just like Dad's face.
Oh, Grant, no. I mean,
Oh,
yes.
We are melting.
But I have the
Into
longer version of our face, which is more like Dad's face. Unfortunately, I think out of the both of us, I look more like Dad. But you're as racist as he was.
That's true.
Sorry, he's dead in my mind. I'm sorry.
That's true. I am very have a lot of deeply held views. I'll edit out.
Yeah,
But
it's tough.
no, I think that Brad Pitt has given us all hope that the chin lift thing that he did looks really good. And Pedro Pascal.
Grant, I already know about that, and I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm gonna do it too.
I know about all that shit. I'm gonna get hair plugs for men. I'm gonna get a hair transplant.
You don't need
I'm
hair.
gonna get.
Bro.
I haven't been on hair pills like you have. I didn't love myself until like a year ago. Okay.
I thought you started taking them.
I did, but like after the damage had been done.
Oh,
son.
No.
I gotta be honest, I don't mind these. I think it's kind of cute. I always like when
Okay.
like older guys have little thingies. I want to keep the
telling
hair
yourself that.
in my crown. So I do minoxidil when I get out of the shower and I massage.
Just right on the crown. I will say, every time I get my hair cut and they show me the back of my head, I immediately look at
It's
the
upsetting.
crown. No,
Oh, because
no,
you
I'm
have
all
hair.
good, and it makes me
I'm
really
not.
proud. I'm really proud of my crown.
I'm so happy for you. Like, truly.
I've
It's
started wearing
crazy.
those visors just because I want people to see my crown.
That's awesome, man. I'm happy
Thanks.
for you.
Hey, and hey,
Hey, I'm wearing the crown over here.
uh, hey, I'm walking over here with the crown. So, Drew, we
Mhm.
could technically we're gonna be in New York for a minute, so we're gonna be
A New York
considered.
Minute starring the Olsons, just two of them.
Do you think that we can consider ourselves native New Yorkers after being there for
Hmm.
1 day, 2 days?
Listen, if Barcelona has taught me anything,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you connect with the city, you
Okay.
belong to the city. Okay?
What does
Don't forget who you
connecting
are, and don't forget who's
who's
you
walking
are.
here?
Who's walking here?
Us.
I gotta get a cab to go to the subway.
How do we connect with the city? What does that mean?
Okay, so what I like to do on my many travels, and you don't get to travel because of your children and the fact that you don't have a job, but on my
Well,
many travels, what I like to do is as soon as I get off the plane,
mm-hmm,
well, I get out of the little tunnel. I don't like that tunnel. But as soon as I get out of the plane and then walk the little
mm-hmm.
tunnel,
Reminds you of
and
the
then I
birth
go to the
canal.
bathroom. But when I come out of the bathroom, I go, not that. Hang on. I go, I live here now. And you just
Declare it.
experience
You declare that you live there.
everything. Yeah. And you experience
Mm-hmm.
everything very naturally. So I thought a good exercise for us, I'm used to it. Listen, I can become a native New Yorker, Indiana,
Yeah.
Tennessee, all those, all my favorites,
Mm-hmm.
top three.
Yep.
But you don't have as much experience. So what I thought we could do is go on Reddit where people only tell the truth.
Yeah.
And I
And
found
look at
this
porn.
post that says, "What is the
Oh.
strangest thing you've seen in New York?" And people are just listing strange things they see. So I thought a good test for us is we read one and then we respond as native New Yorkers. Like, how would we handle that situation?
Okay. Okay. I'm following. I'm following.
Yeah,
So do you have one
I
that you'd
do.
like to read? Okay.
I do. I do.
Okay.
Okay. One moment, please. Thank you.
A. I have a
Wait,
New York
where's the
hat.
line?
Why am I not wearing it? New Yorkers wear New York on their head all the time, right?
Actually, they do. What the fuck?
Did you lose it?
Yeah, I had it bookmarked. Hang on.
Do you not have internet access? I'll grab my New York hat. It's right there. I can see it.
I live in LA. I wear LA hat. You can wear New York.
I wear a New York hat.
Okay. All right, Grant. You're very clearly ready for New York. Pretend you're in a bodega next to a cat. All right?
Okay.
All right. And you're getting an orange drink if you know you know. All right. This is a
Yeah.
weird thing someone saw. In
Mm-hmm.
front of the Barnes and Noble on Broadway, Upper West Side, a
So I want to
woman's
go
walking
to.
on the street. She looks fairly normal. She
Yeah.
walks over, leans, which I don't know what that means, fairly normal. Well, she walks over, leans up against an SUV that was parked in front, slides down to the floor, takes her underwear off, drops a deuce, stands back up, and then wipes her ass on the car. Now, Grant, what would a native New Yorker do in that situation?
Probably mind my own fucking business. You
That's
know?
right. That's
Just mind my own
right.
fucking business. A
Mhm.
lady's got to drop a deuce. How's that any of my business? I don't
How am
even
I
own
gonna
a
put my wiener in
car.
her butt if her butt's full of shit?
Exactly. I don't even own a car. It's not my car. I don't give a
Okay. I'm gonna respond
fuck.
if I did own that car. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am? Wait, she got her whole pussy on the hood. That's incredible. Okay, you know what? Keep wiping,
I'm
bitch.
smelling that hood.
Keep
I'm
wiping,
smelling that
bitch.
hood.
Keep wiping, bitch. I'm walking here. I'm driving here. You're wiping here.
71 episodes. Thank you, everybody. I didn't think it would end
70.
here, but do you know that we just skipped 69? Like, we had a 69th episode, but we didn't make any
know.
comments.
We didn't know. We didn't know. Well, because we're too old. We know 69 at our age. Ugh.
I
69
tried.
is a
Oof.
young man's game. It's fun for about 10 seconds.
And then you've got to get off of the top or bottom. Where are you, Drew? I'm 69 in it.
Okay. All right.
New
Wait,
York.
I have another one that's really, really funny.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I just say, as
Yeah.
a Floridian, where I'm sure that what you just described has happened here today. I don't know if I could continue my day. I think I'd have to go back to bed. I'd have to start over. I
If you
couldn't
saw a
see
woman wipe her
that.
butt on a car,
Yeah. Well, wait, what kind of car? What kind of car? Hyundai? What kind of car?
okay, well, don't be ridiculous. It's obviously a private black car that celebrities take when they need to go to Barnes and Noble. Okay,
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't
it was a
mind that.
Lincoln.
I actually don't mind it at
Anyway,
all.
okay, well, here's your next situation. Are you ready?
Hang on. Yeah.
Quite literally saw a man drop his rapidly melting ice cream on the subway platform, pick it up, eat it, then take off his socks and shoes and use his socks as napkins. Now, as a New Yorker, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm remembering that for next time. You know what I mean? Like he's a hygienic man. What am I gonna? I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna shake his hand. That's a true New Yorker right there.
If his hands are full of
Huh?
ice cream, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take off one of my socks. I don't need my socks. You can have one of
Who
my
needs
socks.
Who needs his
Listen,
socks?
we
What are
all
you from
care about each other.
Jersey?
We all care. No one else can take care of us. Just New Yorkers taking care of each other. You know
Just
what? I
New
just sound like I have a speech
Yorkers.
impediment. That's all I sound like.
I think that in the
It's
nicest
tough.
way. Of course, I mean this with all the love of my heart.
Oh,
I
I'm
think they
terrible
all
at
do.
accents.
I think they have them. I just think they have speech impediments.
Can I be honest with you, Grant? Wait, why would I say that? I don't know why I said that. That was a weird intro to this comment. I saw today Amy Poehler, her podcast. What's it called?
Amy Poehler, still Amying.
Yes. So still Amy, and her guest was June Squibb, who I adore. Thelma from the movie Thelma.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a wonderful interview. I loved it. But Amy asked her, like, you've been acting for 100 years. What's your favorite accent to do or something? Like, do you like doing accents? And she's like, no, I can't do accents. And she's like, she said a voice coach had once told her, or an accent coach once told her, because she grew up with a Southern accent, it's much harder for people who learned speech with a Southern accent to hear the subtle differences in everything. So it's
Oh,
much
because they're
harder for them
dumb.
to do. So I got to say, like, it's not my fault. Okay, it's designing women.
Oh,
They listen.
oh.
If it weren't for Charlene, I absolutely could do an accent.
Yeah, she did it for us. So, Drew, could you, like, very seriously, okay? Very seriously, can you do a British accent right now? Like,
Mm-hmm.
can you say that
Mm-hmm.
you're traveling to New York tomorrow on a plane? Can you say
Yeah.
that? Go ahead.
Traveling to New York tomorrow to play. Okay.
Don't make a bit out of it. Be
I'm
serious.
not, Grant.
Your best British
You just
accent.
fucking took me out of that.
Okay, go back.
Oi, is this plane? I'm going to
I
New
knew
York,
it.
I am.
I knew
And
it.
I'm going to see
Oh my
all
God.
the sights. Oh my God. No, I'm going
Nope.
Southern.
No, you went Southern.
Well, he drinks. He drinks, and when he drinks, he gets Southern.
He gets Southern. American Southern.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have you know, Grant, people love making fun of that accent. It's everyone's favorite to make fun of.
I don't think I can do accents either.
Remember when our neighbor who
Oh
died,
no.
she was from Boston and her husband was from the UK, and she had that horrible accent and he had that beautiful accent, and then their kids were just monsters. She died of cancer
When did she die?
when we were in college.
She was the one that came and got me when her kid kicked a soccer ball into the front tire of my bike while I was riding at full speed down the street. And my bike just goes zoop, and I just got road rash like crazy. And she
Ooh,
came out to get me. I think I was like 13 or something. And I remember the
going
whole
on 30. Am I
time
right, ladies?
she's like helping me back to the house, and she's going, "He's not even crying. Look at him. Look at him. Look how tough he is. He's not even crying over here."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm 13. Like, I know. Like, I'm trying to hold it together."
Oh, at
I
13, I'd be
did.
crying. I'd be crying so hard. Well, I think she was
Yeah.
doing that on purpose to keep you from crying.
Look, he's not even crying.
That's why she got cancer, because she wouldn't let children cry.
And
Okay.
the cancer built up, the pressure.
You're doing really good, Grant, but this will be the
Thank
final
you.
situation.
Okay.
And again, you're a native New
Jersey
Yorker.
Shore. Okay.
Everything about New York lives inside of you.
Rent is
Okay.
too damn high. I'll tell you that right now.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Mayor
Most of
Adams, save
these
us.
are about people jerking off in public. Like, grow up. We all do it.
Okay.
So those aren't very fun. Okay, I have one. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in New York? This person responds, sorry, their name is Future Pilgrim. That's important. They respond, a woman breastfeeding a fully grown cat in the park. A woman breastfeeding a fully grown cat in the park.
Now, I'm a native New Yorker, and this
You're
is
walking through
my,
the park.
and I'm going to respond. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Can we play it out like you're the woman? Okay. So this is me walking by. You ready?
Wait.
Are you getting a cat? Okay. All right. And here we go. I'm just gonna walk by. I'm kind of talking to myself. Like I'm in the concrete jungle. That's where dreams are made. Oh. New York.
Jesus is king!
Did you? Shit. Yeah, that was
That's
good.
how it would go.
And scene.
I would just walk up to her and I'd go, that looks like the
Ooh.
cat from my bodega. Is that my
Nice.
bodega cat? Huh? Huh?
I don't know. I think I got this picture's gonna be on my Christmas card.
I have a really sad update. Do you want to hear a sad story?
Oh man.
And then we can go. Okay. So
Yeah, I have a
there's this
voicemail. It'll
woman-
pick us up.
There's this woman who lives in my building and she's a busybody. And I'm trying to give her grace because like she must be so lonely and she's friendly. She really is. She's just like also a lot, you know? But every day she drives this little tiny red car. I don't even know what kind of car it is. It's very tiny, very old. And every day she wakes up at like 6 or 7 in the morning. She moves her car from the garage to the street. And then all day long, because she lives in the apartment that looks at the street, like she's right by the front door of the building.
Okay.
So all day long, she is moving her car until she gets the exact spot she wants. And then
Love
at
it.
night, she moves it back into the garage. She does that every day, all day. That and she listens for the mailboxes. She listens to hear if somebody's coming to the mailboxes because she likes to peek out and make sure they're a resident because she doesn't want any packages stolen. By the way, never had a package stolen here. Never.
You know why?
For her.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
100%.
you're right.
Stelma.
Anyway, but yesterday, Curtis was like, do you want to see a sad picture? And I was like, what? And it was a picture of her car in the back of a truck being driven away.
Is she dead?
No, I think her car's dead. Grant, what a weird jump. No, her car's dead. But like, that was her whole thing. Now what is she going to do? Isn't that sad?
I mean, she can still sit out there and you should let her move your car around. Give her your keys.
Honestly, why not?
Yeah.
Let her do it. She can put
Wouldn't it
gas
be
in
nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have it out there on the street ready to go when you need it?
Yeah, pulling out of the garage is quite a time constraint.
Thelma, where's the car? And she's like, bitch, you
So
know where it is.
I don't know why she does it, but I find her so fascinating.
I hope that her car, can we do like a GoFundMe for her car?
Her car couldn't have cost more than $75.
Well,
do
it'll be
it.
a pretty quick GoFundMe. Oh, you're just going to do it on your own. Okay.
I'm just going to give her 75
You're
bucks.
so generous.
Go get another little tiny car.
Hey, lady, go get another tiny car so you're not walking here, so you can be driving here. New York and L.A.
Exactly.
Well, Drew, I feel more New York already. And I would
Yeah.
like to say that if I could have voted, I would have voted for,
Cuomo.
what's the guy with the beret?
Cuomo.
No, the guy with the beret, the red beret.
Albazi. I'll something.
Yep. It'd have been him or Eric Adams.
Grant, I'm just going to be honest with you. I love his policies, and I love the fact that he's young. But I also love the fact that Mom Donnie is so hot. We haven't had a hot
Interesting.
mayor since de Blasio.
Oh,
Oof. Don't Google
Oof.
it.
Don't Google De Blasio.
Don't Google it to see if he was actually hot. He wasn't.
Who's the mayor of Dillsburg?
Johnny Appleseed.
Or
That's where he ended up.
some dickhead. Mayor Dillsburg. It's John Richardson, of course.
What a terrible name. You have two first names and son. Boring.
This guy looks like he's got pickles in his suit pocket. His inside breast pocket, pickles.
No, you know what he looks like? That is the exact picture someone would send me after we've talked and we shared nudes of on Craigslist. And I'd say, I'm sorry, I can't meet without a face pic. And he'd go,
Are you coming over?
I have a wife and kids. You have to promise to delete it. And I go, oh my God, of course I will. I love you. And then they would send that picture.
Okay, but you're still coming over, right?
Yeah, I was. I was fucked up.
Okay, cool.
I'd let that guy give me a blowjob. Why not?
Him give you one? Yeah, me too. I'll sign up. The Dillsboro average salary, by the way, the people that live there, is 72% lower than the U.S. average.
Well, but that's not necessarily bad because Dillsburg's so cheap, maybe. Maybe that's a good thing.
I seriously want to thank Patreon. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
You keep me from ending it.
From hanging on.
Every day. But
I
also,
want to tell you, while Patreon's talking, Grant, we watched Pluribus.
And?
Love it.
Right?
Love
I love it.
But hate her. Hate her so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we were signing up for an anti-hero type of situation.
Right.
And it's tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But I'm loving the series.
But I'm wondering if, like, I know that he's smarter than all of us. So is there a reason she's so insufferable? Like,
who's he?
Vince Gilligan.
I don't know who that is.
The creator of the show.
Yeah, what else did he create? How do you know he's a genius?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
And of course, he did the 2008 smash hit Hancock with Will Smith. Pre-slap Will Smith, I'll have you know.
Did you see Will Smith release that music video and it was all AI people? It was a fake crowd.
I know, it's sad.
It was so
God
sad.
Damn. I thought we were never going to lose him. He's always going to be on top. Man.
We lost him hard. He went down.
We really did.
Hard.
And, like, I turned on him so fast. The minute he slapped a comedian, I was like, you done.
And listen, I would
done.
slap Chris Rock just because. So, like, I'm not even opposed to slapping. It was just the reason was so fucking weird.
All right, so let me play you this international voicemail. The country code is 47.
Great. Love that one. Argentina.
7.
Everyone knows that one's Argentina.
Okay. Everyone knows it's Argentina.
I do have a lot of hair, even though I'm missing a lot, too.
Hey, Drew, Grant. My name is Wyatt. I'm calling in from Oslo, Norway. I'm also a twin, also the gay one. I didn't quite make it to drag queen, though. And my twin is a PhD in seminary school, but she didn't quite make it to pastor. So I guess what I'm saying is we didn't quite start this exact podcast. So thank you guys for being the ones to do it. I really enjoy listening to it. My question was, you guys have talked a lot about the kind of emotional manipulation that you experienced in the church. Same. I'm wondering if you also experienced the same thing we did, which was kind of also like a philosophical manipulation, as it were. There's this obsession in our youth of like these heuristic, empirical, logical arguments for our religion. You could like empirically prove that God existed, and you could scientifically prove a young earth. And my sister and I were just kind of talking about how sinister all that was, because you're taught to accept these arguments as like totally true and ignore the logic coming from the other side. And it all kind of comes down to this objective truth, right? That we're taught that Christians are the only ones that have this kind of objective truth and knowledge, and the secular folks are blinded to that. Anyway, just wondering if you experienced something similar. Keep up the great work. Thanks. Bye.
Wow. Okay, first I just want to say, Wyatt, you sound so attractive. That voice is doing it for me. Okay.
I was kind of hoping, though, a call from Oslo, we would get a very silly accent, you know?
They don't, their accent. Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
It's
Yeah.
kind of silly.
Well, you call back. You know what? We're not even going to respond to this voicemail until you call back and do a silly accent.
If you don't sound like Swedish Chef, I don't want to hear it.
Okay, well, that's Sweden. Different
Yeah,
place.
but they're all the same over there.
He's also a Muppet, so, I mean, who's to say where he's actually from? Whose arm is up his ass? Is it Swedish?
Drew, did you feel a lot of pressure to, do you remember what we called it when we would try to come up with arguments that would defend our faith and would give us, like, scientific reasons, scientific is in air quotes, for our belief?
Lying.
And it started with an A. Do you remember?
You gave me a ton of books. Like when
You're welcome.
In college,
You're
and then
welcome.
right after college, you gave me like a bunch of shit. You gave me that thing by that guy that you named your daughter after.
John Piper.
Yeah. And
Not a good guy.
you gave me like, we talked about, I had already read it by myself, but I think we talked about the Case for Christ and all this kind of shit.
Lee Strobel. Yeah. Yeah, so apologetics is what we called it and what it was called. And Ravi Zacharias was like a guy who did that a lot, and then he died of cancer, and then like the week after he died, all these women came out and were like, hey, he essayed me. So, pretty cool. Did you not know about this?
No.
Oh, so Ravi Zacharias Ministries, it's RZIM, and he was like evangelical superstar. He died a few years ago, but literally like died, and then the next week, all these women that worked for him came out and were like, and like he used to go to massage parlors and pay for happy endings, and you know,
do what you like.
Just a cool guy. So yeah, he was
I got a
huge...
happy ending massage once for my birthday.
Well, I thought we weren't gonna share that with people, but you know, it was on your list. I didn't have any money, but I got the hands. So yeah, it was like a big deal because it was like after the Me Too movement, after the Church Too movement, and so they couldn't just sweep it under the rug. So I think they rebranded the ministry, but it's the same thing. Like it's his old teachings and all of his books and shit. And I think they just rebranded it. But it's like still his stuff. But anyway, he was a big apologist. Lee Strobel, very, very famous Christian apologist. Case for Christ, Case for Creator. He was a lawyer who then became a legal journalist and was like, I'm going to disprove the Bible. He was like an alcoholic or something. So he set out to do that and then got himself converted. And now he's like, bananas were created with 5 ridges, and you have 5 ridges in your hand. That's intelligent design.
Here's what happened. He had an alcoholic brain. He had a wet brain, okay? So when he went to prove it wrong, he was so susceptible because his brain was just, it was wet. It was filled with alcohol.
Too wet.
And then, do you know what happens when he was introduced to it? You know what can happen to a vulnerable brain? Religious psychosis. Religious psychosis.
It
and
moves
that's where
in.
he is.
And it says, I'm walking
and
here.
It never moves out. It says, this is my bodega. I don't know. New York phrases. I'm not there.
So you will be.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, manipulation. That's like everything that you described, Wyatt, is exactly just like it's what cults do. It's how they maintain control. Because if you're taught from a very young age, or if you come into the church later and you're taught that everything you knew before was evil and this is the right way, who are you to question that?
Yeah.
You know, like that's so fucked up. That's so disrespectful. You don't love your God?
And it's secret knowledge. So like one of the ways to control any group of people is to convince them that they're on the inside. And to convince somebody that you're on the inside group, then you have secret knowledge. And so what he said was like that we believe that we knew the truth and no one else knew the truth, right? And that's very much by design, because if you have the secret knowledge, then therefore you're on the inside. And so when you hear these other ideas coming from the outside, don't pay them no mind, because they don't have the knowledge that you have. They're not They're not on the inside like you and I are. And so
You're not
you
on
don't
the
even
inside. Get it close to God.
get it close to God. They're on the outside. You don't need to listen to their arguments because they're missing information. You have all the information. You have all the answers. And so, I mean, I remember there would be moments of sitting in fucking science class and they're talking about evolution, and I'm like, nope, not getting in here. And it was just, I couldn't even begin to listen to it because you were already discredited because you weren't on the inside with me. You didn't have the secret knowledge that I had. And that's every major religion, right? That's why, Drew, that's why you paid how many thousands to get clear in Scientology? You're just getting more and more of that secret knowledge.
I'm not allowed to tell you or I'll lose my planet.
Solid point. So, yeah, it's absolutely about control.
Mormons get planets. What do Scientologists get? Alien? They get an alien? I don't want to lose my alien.
I think they get isn't it like a Boeing 747 something spaceship?
God, I hope so. Because listen, I'm almost clear. I mean, right now it's mostly yellow because I just haven't had a lot of water today.
You haven't been drinking a lot today. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we were constantly told to defend our faith. I wonder, that feels like a modern invention. It feels like a thing that was really, really important in the 80s and in the 90s.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why
I think I think with the development of Christian nationalism and with what the world looked like after Jerry Falwell and Ronald Reagan were done with it, I think it showed a desperate attempt for control in a system that I don't think they believed would really last. Like, I think the people who are doing this, I think they know that it's not great and it's not what people want and it's not fair. But I think they go after it because they think, well, fuck. I mean, this is what I know, and I want power and I want control and, whatever. And so I just think, like, sorry, I talked in a circle and I got lost. What did I say?
I think you were just describing all of Mike Johnson's thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also believe, too, at the same time where apologetics was important, like trying to defend our faith and understand why our faith has all the knowledge and no one else has any of it. At the same time, we had eschatology, where we're studying the end of the world. We think that the end times are coming. And so to your point, Drew, I don't think people thought this is really going to work or last, but it doesn't need to because we're getting out of here. Like, this is going to be over soon anyway. And so they go hand in hand, because you can live in that tension when you think that it's going to end soon because Jesus is going to show up in the clouds and leave all the gays behind. But
thank God.
That hadn't happened yet. Hey.
Honestly, do it.
Thoughts and prayers.
I'm so tired of all this shit. Fucking do it.
Get out
Grant,
of here.
I got to tell you about this. Sorry, we need to go. But I got to tell you about this K-drama I watched.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 6 episodes a season. There's 2 seasons.
Perfect.
So it's really quick. It's called Hellbound. And
did you not talk about this last week?
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
90% certain you did.
I just finished the 2nd season recently, so I think it's just still on my mind.
Would you like to say
check it out.
Something new about it? You told us that these demons would come up. They'd give you a date. This voice would appear, whatever. The demons would show up, drag you to hell. Well, they beat the shit out of you, right? Mm-hmm. Then they drag you to hell after they beat the shit out of you? Okay.
Well, they burn you into hell.
Okay, well,
yeah.
How else are you going to get through there?
Well, the 2nd season I can't say anything about, but I loved it because the 2nd season is all predicated on the kind of plot twist, cliffhanger at the end of season 1. But it's still it's so fucking interesting.
At the end, let me guess, and you don't have to say, but at the end of season 1, they realized that they're actually in the good place all along?
Fuck. So you've seen it. I knew you'd like it.
Hey, everybody, we have Chicago coming up at the New Year. If you want to get tickets, go do that. But if you want to join us in New York, if you want to see if we're walking here or not, that's this weekend. This Friday night.
Yes, we fly out tomorrow, and our show is Friday, and there are people coming, and there will be couple hundred, couple two tree
1,000,
um people there just like you. They
just
watch
like you.
TV on their toilet, and TV to them is twins.
There will be someone there who I think the last time I saw her, I was her pastor, and she'll be at the show.
What?
Yeah, there's somebody who used to go to my church. I was her pastor, and I think she'll
Oh
be at
my
the show.
God. Grant, you have got to make amends. Now's
Why?
your
What did I do?
chance. Okay, I have to go. Bye, everyone.
She's going to heaven because of me.
See you this weekend.
Thoughts and prayers.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.